I recall the presents being opened roughly from 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. 2 p.m. being around the time that my dad came over. Our dad came over. Me and my sister opened our gifts alongside the same time. Mine were predominantly blocks and some balls of polystyrene and various packs of Sharpie markers. Yes, that's the primary things I want these days. Though out of the gifts I got from my parents and the rest of my family, my favorites were the custom hoodie with the picture of the Tyler Foams polystyrene drawing I did to serve as a sort of logo. When I was at an emerging artist art show. And that Tyler Foams picture was on the front of the hoodie, a hoodie that was otherwise mostly medium gray in color. And I also liked the custom ornament. That on the front was a picture of the last time I drew Santa Claus on a block of polystyrene. Doing so for family members on my dad's side. The ornament was the shape of a sort of flat circle disc. And it had a hole up towards the top where a length of light blue ribbon went through it. And my dad tied it so that ornament could be put up, but Yeah, I don't think it's been put up yet, that ornament. According to my recollection, even though it's now possible to put that ornament up, that custom ornament. And I also got a new laptop, though I haven't started using it yet because my current laptop, part of the HP Envy series, works fine currently. Even though I recall using it for the past 4 years currently. Me, my parents, and my sister had Christmas dinner roughly from 5:15 to 5:30 p.m. during which I had mashed potatoes with beef gravy as the most prominent item. I had a couple shrimp around that time, though that isn't pictured within the photo part. And neither is the bit of actually it is pictured, but around 1:45 p.m. I had some pre-dinner snacks, and this was right before Dad came over to start the part where we opened Christmas gifts. Yeah, I predominantly had various cheeses and cold cuts with some cucumber slices and some crackers and some kind of tzatziki dip. Oh, that was purchased from Wegmans. I think it's some kind of Greek dip, but I'm not entirely sure. I might have been told otherwise. And then roughly around 7 p.m. was when we had dessert. Which for me primarily consisted of a slice of cheesecake homemade by my mom. It turned out pretty good. And I enjoyed the runny blueberry sauce that was put on top of the whipped cream that was sprayed onto my slice. Same for the slice of pecan pie I had with the 2 chocolate chip cookies homemade by my mom. I recall all of the desserts were homemade by my mom. I'm not sure to what extent the pecan pie was homemade, but I recall it was homemade by my mom. And the last hours of today's Christmas celebrations were spent watching home videos with me and my mom and my sister watching. By that point, Dad had gone back home shortly after we finished the desserts. But it was an enjoyable time. With live football playing for our living room TV at various times throughout today. It didn't snow this Christmas, as today I recall I was told it was around 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Which, when you're in an area where in the summer it can be up to 9, there can be days where it's in the 90s. And the winter, it could be near 0. 55 degrees Fahrenheit. It doesn't seem that hot. But and it really isn't, but it's enough to where it didn't snow today, but that's fine. What's important is that we, as a family, spent some good time together this Christmas Day. I recall waking up today around somewhere between 11 in the morning and noon today, after going to bed somewhere between 3 and 4 in the morning. And I also recall at one point creating the UCut video file for the December 22nd, my dinner video, most likely during the evening hours. I think between having the Christmas dinner, that's what we had roughly from 5:15 to 5:30 p.m. is called. and us having dessert. Most likely between that time. If not that, then after we had dessert. I'm leaning towards after having dessert was when I created the UCut video file and started the upload to my YouTube channel.